we can get a little love to Still Nation.
Hey guys,
Zach says shout out
love this channel.
to Still Nation.
Stay tuned.
I am a thief for caffeine. Coffee gotta have some cream. Fetch a hazel beef for me while I listen to these kings. Still might be the team. Subscribe to Still Abdul Inc. Wiki got CD magazine. Tell me what's behind the scenes. The other side of the ravine. Is it obscene or is it obscure? I am not sure. The rich is the rich, I'm the poor. That ain't no doubt to my core. We just keep asking for more. They keep supplying, the man is the store. As long as it makes it to shore, I know for sure. They'll just keep on making more. Well, I most treasure that piece I have been transformed into corporate Hollywood tour.
What's up? What's up? This is Still Abdul here for the Still Abdul Podcast Wednesday crew. We offer informative and objective analysis, geek, film, and entertainment. Basically, no fanboy energy. That's what it means. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Much love to Still Nation. It's several things we have to talk about. We was off last week. Everybody just blame Speedy. That makes me feel better. Just blame somebody else. And but we're all back this week. And definitely, man, I've been having a lot of fun. Actually, I'm gonna shout out my second channel, Still Abdul Clips. We're kind of building a nice little DC thing over there. You know, people that hasn't given up on the DC universe. It's all on that second channel. So that's having a blast. Link in the description for that as well. In the chat, shout out to Taladia. So we got Ty, we got Maria, what's good? Jovic, Fernando, and definitely a few of y'all. I've been seeing y'all on that second channel too. Definitely appreciate that engagement there as well too. But it's so much stuff to get into today. I need to just get to the news. And actually, before I do that, I have a quick opening remark thing before we get started. So you take a week off, it's like I don't even know where all my stuff is anymore. My goodness, get it together. But it was something that was really cool. If y'all got a chance to see this new Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earth Part 3 just dropped, and I wanted to briefly touch on the very cool moment of Kevin Conroy's final lines as Batman. This is like my childhood right here. And he went out like in the greatest way possible. It was just so cool seeing this. If y'all have not seen, I'm saying every DC fan in the world should watch this film. Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths is the most classic DC comic story like in the world. And it has like all the most of the iconic animation stuff you've seen in DC. It's like all in here. Part 1 and part 2 was a little clunky, so I understand people may have given up after part 2, but this one is so worth it. And definitely, like I said, big recommendation. And no, I'm not paid to say that. Let's get the rest of the crew on the panel here. We got Danny, we got Jules, and Speedy. Did y'all see this film yet? Did y'all see?
Yes.
I have
not. Check it out. What'd you think?
I liked it.
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
Good time. It was a good time.
Yeah, I think it was pretty cool. Definitely, again, recommended. And Jules, how we feeling today, Jules? I don't know if did I talk to you last week?
I'm a little bit stressed out, but we're good.
Oh, okay. Okay, I won't ask any more questions. So let's get right to the breaking news here. This is what happens, when I do shows. I'm thinking like the industry's watching me. This is what I feel because they decided to drop this story right before the Wednesday crew. Russo brothers returning to Marvel to direct. Reportedly, they're still in talks.
It's happening.
The next two Avengers films. So, Danny, you pretty much say, is this a done deal, right?
Oh yeah. I think it's a done deal, especially after seeing the reaction from literally everyone. Done deal. They know they have to do it now. Like, just pay them whatever they want. You've got more money than God anyway. Just pay them what they want. Give them creative control. Give them creative freedom, and walk away.
I think this is what they needed. Like, Speedy, you think like after Endgame, we all talked about like obviously it was some kind of drop in quality, but also I think it was missing like visionaries like the Russo Bros. I think.
Man, this is wild because I was just watching this morning some YouTubers talking about Russo Brothers is not coming back at all. Never is gonna happen. Stop dreaming about it. And you got the exclusive now, right up on the screen.
Crazy.
And that's all I'll say about that. I think that's interesting. I think it's all interesting. These business moves that that Marvel makes, and I literally this morning, this was not happening in no universe whatsoever,
ever.
And look at this, Hollywood Reporter.
We're in a world where you remember when the Snyder Cut was a pipe dream, like they never will release it. So what I'm wondering is that things change, right? Or also, most of the time people don't know what they're talking about. That's another thing too. If they say that never happened, but Jules, you been following Marvel much, or after Endgame, did it kind of tail off for you too?
Yeah, I mean, in passing. I mean, obviously it fell off. And I mean, I don't think the bar was set that high after like Infinity War anyway, but I don't know why people thought that the Russo brothers would never come back. I mean, they definitely made some of the best movies that the MCU ever had, so I'm not surprised to hear this at all.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely made Winter Soldier's probably my favorite MCU film. They were behind that.
That too.
Yeah, Infinity War is insane. So I'm looking forward to it. So reportedly, it'll be for Avengers 5, which it was Kang Dynasty. Now is not King Dynasty, but King may still be in it. Who knows? And I think they'll do Secret Wars as well, which if you remember that old report, Danny, where Russo Bros was saying this like years ago, like, we would love to do Secret Wars. And so I guess they're going to get it.
Yeah, they're totally doing it. I'm so excited.
I'm just incredible. I just can't believe what I'm seeing right now. Literally this morning, it was like, it's not happening. Forget about it.
Oh, freaking Josh over at Den of Nerds is losing his mind.
Oh,
He's so excited he can't stand it.
He must be.
Was it like just some random channel? Or,
no. Specifically, it was Josh.
It was Josh?
Specifically, it was Josh. Yeah, I was checking him out this morning. I enjoy him. I enjoy Josh
so
for being who he is.
Yeah, he's very himself.
Even though he did steal my scoop from MegaCon from he stole the footage and put it on one of his videos.
Jerk.
Sorry for the caps, Josh.
I enjoy him. It's all good. I know I'm a small little YouTube channel. What am I going to do, right?
Yeah. Anytime, just remind him that he stupidly dropped $500 on
Coca-Cola. Yeah, I loved it. I reveled in that whole
Hilarious.
I must be
and then
inside
open
joke.
them all up live.
Jules, what was you trying to say?
I mean, one reason why I'm not surprised is the MCU has been getting hammered down by everyone lately in the last couple of years, right? So where do they turn? The easiest way to turn is to go back to the guys that gave them some success, their most success they've ever had, which is the Russo brothers. People love them. They have that track record. If you want to change the tide and be the great MCU that that once was, it makes sense just to call these guys up and be like, hey, what do you want? What do you need? Like, let's make this happen.
Well, like the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, this is good for comic book movies in general. Like, if they know how to make a good Avengers film, obviously, and that's going to hype up just other, I think, comic book films. You know what I mean? Like, that'll help DC if there's good Marvel, to be quite honest. So yeah, I'm happy for that. And right now we're about a week away from I guess the MCU's savior, according to reports. Deadpool Wolverine opens up next week. Also next week is Comic-Con. I want to brag that I will be there. That I'm doing some videos from there. Just if y'all didn't know, I'm gonna be at Comic-Con next week.
Yes, sir.
Next week. That's gonna be a blast.
YouTube channel's in the building. You better watch out.
Man, it's gonna be crazy, man. Like I don't even know what's gonna happen.
Tag me. You got a scoop, tag me.
Same.
I'm definitely
tag all of us. We're gonna share.
Man, we're gonna be in Hall H. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts in there.
Are you gonna
But
be
the day
live?
Before,
Are you gonna be live
I'm gonna go.
anytime?
I'm gonna
With your
do some
phone?
live stuff.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
if you see a panel with actor, R&B artist details, that's my friend. You go to his panel.
Okay, just send me their name. You got Carlos saying, Danny, love the hair.
Thank you.
And we're for DC as we speak. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great stuff there. And I'm gonna see Deadpool Wolverine probably the day before I go out there to San Diego. So that's gonna be a blast. And reportedly, Deadpool Wolverine, according to some footage, I guess a few sites or outlets have seen 35 minutes of the film. Now we're not gonna spoil anything here. They kind of have a spoiler article out there though. If you want to know the first half hour, it's out there. And it's confirmed a lot of stuff and actually may have put some questions and some scoops that's out there too. But a question for y'all. According to the report, this film obviously is Ryan Reynolds, so he's making fun of how crappy the MCU has been this past phase in the film.
Yeah.
They are
Rub
really
salt on the wound.
they're really right, and you knew he was going to do this, right? You knew this is how Ryan Reynolds does it. So on top of that, they're really embracing the Fox, universe. It's almost like a DC thing. If y'all remember the DC run of Crisis on Infinite Earths, we're just talking about. So just knowing how we was expecting this is going to be like a self-aware type thing. Is that, I guess, encouraging news, Danny? We was already excited for this film, but to know it's going to be very Ryan Reynolds, it's kind of cool.
Well, I've known for quite some time, probably the last year and a half, that the basic gist of the film and that they're kind of adapting Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. And just like in DC, anytime you see a crisis title, that's a multiversal title. And anytime they do a multiverse story, it's to clean up convoluted storylines. Everything's gotten too messy. So they got to go through and kind of streamline things. That's what Deadpool is doing for Marvel movies. He's going to go through and kill off most of the Fox universe, but adopt some of them who will become MCU mainstays and, kill off some of the Marvel ones. So I'm here for it. I'm excited. Ryan Reynolds hasn't let us down yet. So bring it on.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be hype. It's gonna live up to the hype. Tracking for a 160 opening domestically. May push 300 worldwide first weekend as well. Like I said, overall excited for this as well, Speedy.
I'm ready. I want to see it yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've stopped watching teasers and trailers and stuff because I want to be surprised by something. Like just let me go in there with what little expectations I have. And
yeah, I've been skipping all the spoilers and everything. Every time I think I see something, I'm like, nope, skip it. Not gonna watch it. Not gonna read it.
They put out, like I said, IGN put out, it's literally a full spoiler article. Maybe Marvel made them take it down because I was like, man, y'all really put it out there like a lot of stuff.
Because I don't want to seize it.
Yeah. If you want to go cold, I wouldn't read IGN. Probably shouldn't even read IGN. No,
I skip it.
But Jules, this film bringing you back to Marvel, like you're going to be standing for Feige now, Jules. After this,
no, absolutely not. But who's not excited about Yellow Suit Wolverine in live action? That alone, sold me on the movie. I mean, I love the Deadpool films too. Like they're just fun and they're not so like cheesy and for kids. They're not like that family friendly. So that's up my wheelhouse.
And I agree. I'm not standing on Kevin Feige either. This is him saying, "Oh, you want to do that, Ryan Reynolds? Sure. You made a lot of money before. Why don't you make a lot of money for us now? Go ahead. Sure, why not?
Smart business move.
You know what I mean? It's not too much.
That makes you a shield, though, Speedy. When you said it,
it is okay. Exactly. Put me down, bro. Put me down. Put me down.
Hey, like I said, I think it's going to do everything it needs to do. Now, just speculation territory, because I don't want to address any spoilers. We're too close to it. But it does seem like though, like Hugh Jackman may stick around for a few films. I'll just say that.
Yeah,
I think that's a good move as well too. Yeah,
Mhm.
that'd be a good move if they do that. So we shall see next week. As soon as I see this, I'll probably do like a spoiler take. Probably while I'm at Comic-Con on this film, I'll probably do a little spoiler talk on it. But not till then. We're gonna close down with the spoilers now. With let's pull this up real quick since we're on the subject of Marvel. Let's jump here. Captain America 4 just had a trailer. Little footage jumping up there. Thoughts on the trailer? This was one of those films, like next year with Marvel, it's like, okay, or even counting this year. Okay, Deadpool, Wolverine, I'm hyped, right? Some of the other films, like, let's hurry and get to Fantastic Four. I'm really hyped for that. The Cap 4 and Thunderbolts is just like,
Nah.
but I thought the trailer had some good stuff. I don't know what y'all think with this trailer.
It looks good, but we've been fooled before.
Yeah. I'm cautiously optimistic. There you
Yes. Extremely cautiously
go.
optimistic.
There you go. Yes.
Harrison Ford action. I did like it was a smart trailer because I did like how they addressed that he's Thunderbolt Ross now. Like,
Oh yeah, the mustache comment.
Sam Wilson was like, Nike, what do you say? Like your new look. I was like, that was a nice little nod to it, to doing that. But at the end of the day, it's all about money shots. They showed Red Hulk. I don't know.
I'm amazed more people didn't complain about this shot. I really am.
You said people complained about it?
Well, I'm amazed more people didn't complain about this shot.
Yeah,
because
go ahead.
It's they never finish the VFX, the CGI or anything. They don't finish it until right before the movie comes out. So this is basically unfinished.
It's a little raw.
Yeah, it's a little raw. And I was just really expecting the crowd to come out like after the She-Hulk trailer. Like I was really expecting those people to come forward and be like, see, they still can't get it together.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just when you're unveiling Red Hulk, right? And so it should have been just like standing ovations everywhere. Like it just should have been such an awesome shot that everyone's like, And
honestly, I don't think they should have revealed Red Hulk in the trailer. I think that should have been saved for the movie. Like the big surprise moment in the movie is getting to see Red Hulk for the first time. It shouldn't be in a trailer with an unfinished CGI.
Yeah, I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking, Danny. That they had to though. Like, can they sell this film without Red Hulk? You know what I mean? Like the presence, because just Sam Wilson. It's like, it's like it feels like a series. Falcon and Winter Soldier.
But we know Red Hulk is going to be in it. We know Red Hulk is going to be in it. We have the leader. The leader is a huge draw because we've got him coming back. We've got who else? We've got Saber and Diamondback, who people are excited to see them. But the leader and the Red Hulk, like they did the reveal of the leader in the trailer correctly. You don't see him very well. You see him from the back. He's wearing a fedora and a trench coat.
Where's the big head? And
right.
See it.
Well, you can see because it's under the hat. So you get that tease of it, Red Hulk, they just flat out showed. Like they should have done something similar, because their leader and the Red Hulk are both really big draws, and you want people to come to the theater to see what they're going to look like.
Yeah, I really just think they needed some, because like I don't have the movie poster, but they dropped a new poster as Cap Shield and it has Red Hulk holding it, right? And I was like, well, Red Hulk better be in half of this film. Yeah, if y'all going, because y'all may need him to sell this, is my theory. With that, Neil says, I disagree. They should show as much as they can with an almost $400 million budget.
Not in the trailer. Not in the trailer though. The trailer's supposed to be like bait. The trailer is bait. You're baiting
Mhm.
people to come see the movie. You don't want to show your whole hand. You'd be terrible at poker. You'd just be awful at poker.
Yeah, it just I think they're in a tough spot with this film. It's like to sell it because I always say this. I'm into marketing, and it's like I always when I look at this stuff, I'm like, how can I sell this? Sam Wilson, again, I just had a series. Like I just don't feel big enough. Isaiah Bradley, I do like that moment in the trailer, but I'm like, this is just season 2. And then you throw Red Hawk. It's like, okay, that's different. I'm mixed.
That's how I
I'm
know.
mixed.
Well, I
You're
mean,
on the
Sam
ropes.
Wilson is
You're on the
definitely the
ropes.
weakest link of the film.
Right, exactly, Jules. Like, yeah, I agree. And like I said, allegedly it's up to 400 million.
And
Go
GW
ahead,
Bridge, Giancarlo Esposito, you're going to tell me that's not a draw? That man could read the telephone book. Giancarlo Esposito could just stand in front of the camera and read the telephone book, and people will throw money at it. The man is brilliant at what he does.
I agree.
I'll throw money.
I don't think anyone disagrees with that, Danny. Him, Harrison Ford, Red Hulk, those are the draws of this movie. Captain America, Sam Wilson is not a draw, at all. Unfortunately.
Yeah. It's they have some stuff. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna watch everything, because I'm paid to. No, but no, I'm gonna watch everything, and I'm gonna see how it turns out. But I'm just not that hype. Like, again, just money shots are everything for me. So it's like that Red Hawk moment. It should have had me, like just seeing Hugh Jackman, and you knew Hugh Jackman's in Deadpool Wolverine, but it still was exciting to see the yellow suit,
And in the first teaser we got for it, what did we see? Just his shadow. And that was enough to get us like, oh, I can't wait to see more. They should have done something, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just a little amuse bouche, not a whole
it's
bite.
Just a meh feeling. I'm feeling meh with this right now.
Captain and the Winter Soldier did not help things at all.
No, that thing was just a cluster.
They would have been better off never doing that and just introducing Sam Wilson, Captain America, in this movie.
You're right.
That was a waste of money, waste of time.
Yeah.
Right,
and they blamed COVID. They blamed COVID entirely because
we were all home watching TV. All we were doing was watching TV. It was
the original plot for Falcon and Winter Soldier was an Asian country released a virus.
Yeah.
So they had to go back through and cut a bunch of stuff out. And you can see little remnants of it. You see antidote and stuff on certain boxes. But they had to change a lot of stuff and cut a lot of things out because they were trying to be sensitive.
And they expanded that crappy Flag Smasher arc, which
was always the B. It was a B story, and they were like, "Wait, we got to make it the A." So
this is the big bad. It's like meh. I'm just too negative today, I guess.
I thought it did what it was supposed to do as a trailer. It got us kind of interested, at least talking about it.
We're talking about it, that's for sure.
Yeah,
kind of.
And
we got Abdul says as a Hawk fan, he's not sold. I mean, I'm just saying, it's like that should have just been like, oh my god, Red Hawk.
It seems like it's always like whenever they're like, oh, we need to use these Hulk characters, and but we don't want to do any deal with Universal. Oh, we'll just shoehorn it into this project.
Yeah. And that's what they've been doing. Like poor Scar. Shield.
Oh my god. That was like that was so disrespectful.
Even the CGI face just looked miserable to be there. Like
that was like my villain origin story right there. I was like, okay, I'm done with Marvel. This is how you introduce Scar. Like
it might be cool.
Epic storyline. I have no hope for that. Anything involved with that. They just plop him in there. Like from the comics you have.
Oh, by the way, this is my son with the really bad haircut.
That was so weak. Maria says y'all hating. She likes this film. So yeah, I'm gonna watch it too, Maria. We're gonna
watch it. We're gonna review it. Absolutely. And fingers crossed. Fingers crossed as always. Hey, Jerry.
Yeah, we got Gary. We got Gary from Pop
Gary,
Culture
Jerry.
Minefield. That's other half of with Keith. Y'all you
Yeah,
see
Keith. What's up, Keith?
This is Gary though,
Oh, Gary. Yeah.
but you normally y'all see Keith. He was on the Wednesday crew. He's also doing the some business videos with me. We was talking about the Paramount sale and things like that. So check out those videos on this channel. More to come. We unleash Keith more on that. But this is Gary. We gotta get Gary on the channel sometime too. So shout out to you, man. Appreciate your support. Let's see. We caught up with the comments with that. It's a kind of a mix. I'm feeling Jules. I'm feeling this is a mixed reaction to overall with Captain America. It's kind of mixed.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, what you can't really expect much when the TV show just fully flat out was horrible. So
This is the cap of the day right here. TJ just goes for shock value when he says anything at this point.
It's very true. Very true.
This is the cap of the day right here. Like,
and I fall for it all the time. Like I fall for it constantly.
You're just like, oh, this is interesting. No, it's not interesting. No, but TJ says he doesn't care about Deadpool Wolverine. So, okay.
I bet Hulk has some wicked BO.
Wow, that's deep.
Isaac.
I mean, he does have
That's
that look.
wild.
I see that.
Wow, I don't know how to even follow that up. So we have we do have the filming, I guess, it wrapped Superman. We'll briefly talk about that.
It wrapped for me?
In Cleveland.
No, it's not. They're
I
going to
wanna finish
Cincinnati tomorrow.
Let
But
me finish my sentence.
Yeah.
It wrapped at Cleveland, and it is moving. It is moving production to Cincinnati Thursday. Not too far from Kentucky. But there's been some cool set shots, I feel, of the film. Obviously, this is all behind the scenes, so it's can't truly judge, the film. But from what you've seen so far, Danny, what's your, just
I'm looking forward to it.
Are you anticipating this more, or just like, I feel about the same?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's going to be a good movie, but I mean, I like Gunn's films. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is one of my favorite movies. Man, it just gets me every time. I just cry every time. But I appreciate his work creatively speaking. And I'm ready for some Superman.
So, and like some of these shots, like we're not gonna get into the whole conversation with the suits and stuff. Like I've said what I felt many times. Outside of that, there's been some cool shots of Corn Sweat. So I'm like, okay, I do feel a little better about him being in the role. That's kind of what I got from the behind the scenes.
The Clark Kent shots, so good, so good.
It's probably the best disguise. I will give him that. That was the best way to disguise Superman.
You got to quit calling it a wig, baby. That's his hair. It's not a wig. That is his hair.
He said wig.
I mean, it looked like a wig. Yeah. It looked like a wig.
Oh yeah. No, it's funny. It's funny looking. That's what they're going for.
Exactly.
Speedy, you've been real neutral about the Superman stuff.
Yeah.
You haven't been attacked online or anything?
No. I haven't been attacked yet. I guess I'm just not big enough. I also cautiously optimistic for Superman. I hope James Gunn does a good job, and it's a good chance that he doesn't. He has a spotty record with DC movies than he does with Marvel. We'll see what we get. The shots look cool, But I say the same thing about the Acolyte, so there you go.
Yeah. I like this shot. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes
they're working.
Thing.
Yeah, and I love how practical they're going.
Mm-hmm.
I love the practical stuff. And all the location shots have looked good to me. I argued with someone online because that's what I do occasionally. They were talking about how stupid Guy Gardner's hair looks, and I said, if anything, it doesn't look stupid enough. It's supposed to look stupid. And this guy actually argued. He sat there and tried to explain to me, of all people, about Green Lantern. Having to explain to me Green Lantern, and then tried to tell me that the majority of Guy Gardner's existence, he didn't have that haircut. He had this haircut. I'm like, listen. but if you saw this dude with the buzz cut, would random Joe Schmo on the street automatically say, oh, that's Guy Gardner? No, you see that bowl cut, you know right away that is Guy Gardner. And when he decided to further explain to me how I didn't know anything about Green Lantern, I dropped in my video breaking down every single one of the Green Lanterns from Earth Sector. So, kiss my foot.
To whoever that was for, yeah, that's you. But with but I will say the Guy Gardner. I mean, yeah. The bowl cut, that's literally him. Okay, this is the thing. This is my only pet peeve about people that something like, and I say I like to think I'm a pretty objective person with this stuff. And I talked about, again, the suit conversation. It's got to be the point where we're tired of talking about the suit. That cannot be the same conversation every single time.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's one thing. But I'm not saying y'all doing that. But what I'm seeing, and I don't, obviously we can criticize and pick apart whatever, but we cannot be mad at stuff that's from the comics. We cannot, like, when the freaking Shield is Kingdom Come, all of us from the comic, right? And all of a sudden everyone's like, I hate the Shield. It's like, bro, you cannot be a fan of the comics saying you hate the Kingdom Come. Like, you just can't.
I think that's an oversimplification. Like, it could be directly taken from the comic, but it all comes down to execution, right? Like, you can't just take a piece of paper, draw the shield on it, or trace it from the comic book and put it on someone's chest. Like, oh, well, it's the shield from the comics, so you have to like it no matter what. There's so many variables that go into place, like texture, whatever else goes on around it when it comes to costume designing, how they're using it in marketing materials, etc. Like, look, you don't need to put the little gradients and the freaking little highlights there with the little flashlight looking thing behind it. Like, that's overkill.
So I was talking about you, Jules. Is that what we're saying?
I like that shield, but again, it's for an older Superman. If it was on an older Superman, then fine. But like a younger Superman, like I would have preferred them save this for an actual Kingdom Come adaptation.
I would love to see a Kingdom Come adaptation.
There's some comics out there.
Just so the chat knows, like, I was not secretly going at Jules when I said what I said.
No, he wasn't. We never talked about it.
I literally just described it. But it's all good.
No, you cannot just settle for less, so you have to demand more. And that's why we're getting all these shitty movies now, because everyone's just going to see anything because there's soups attached to it. No, we have to demand better quality films.
So
now
I'm the problem.
That's why people are pissed off and not going to see all this stuff anymore. We want quality.
I'm the problem, Jules. That's what you're saying. Jules, you're saying I'm the problem.
You like everything. I told you this while way too soft on your opinion on way too soft.
Oh man. After that was a live disagreement between me and Jules, like, but I do feel there's always gonna be elements from the comics and things like that. And just the Shield existing, I don't think this is like disrespecting Kingdom Come. But anyway, that's just my opinion.
I don't think so either.
That's my opinion with that. But interesting takes. Let's see. I'm afraid to see what the chat has to say after me and Jules fight here. Let's see with the Superman theme song. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, people are mad at the John Williams score now. Like, if they hear that, it's trash. But it's like, how? Like,
I mean, are they going to
be a new song
for this? Or are they going to get a new song?
It's going to be a new song.
Yeah.
I would assume
it's going to be.
We have to move on from the John Williams theme. I mean, even hearing it now, it just makes me think of the 70s. Like, it's a little dated.
They're going to remix it. They're going to do something.
Yeah, it's not like Star Wars where, even though I think John Williams was the composer there too, right? Like that that's evergreen. Like those are amazing. But the Superman theme doesn't have that same feel to it. It's just too much nostalgia.
Yeah. Okay, fair. Steven says here, my fear is going to be cheesy. Fans are going to be like, why can't we have more stoic or serious Superman? Well, if it comes out cheesy, that's the difference between me and probably, other Shields. I don't know, but if it looks cheesy, like definitely going to trash it. But I mean, it has to be executed, like Jules was saying. And just to correct that, like Jules was saying, I don't just like everything, but I do give everything a chance.
You appreciate everything. How about we put it that way?
Just we'll talk later. But no, definitely, I do give things a chance. Probably more things than I should, and then I give you my reaction to it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Marcus says, I never liked the Kingdom Come Shield. Well, then okay, hey, you just didn't like it. That's fair. That's fair. That's great. Let me catch up here. Let's see. Okay, TJ Jules speaking is fine. Oh, we had too many pro Jules comments here now. People are quick to accept mediocrity instead of excellent, and I think we corrected it. That's not what I do, but it's all good. It's all good.
I just say, so, sometimes I feel like you just hold back on your assessments sometimes. You don't want to be too critical.
You can't tell everybody, that, about me like that. No, but Amari says the Williams theme is great. It works for the era which it came out. It didn't work in Justice League 2017. Didn't mind it in Black Adam, but it needs to stay in the past. Yeah, I agree. This is actually a good comment here.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, Jules, in like you can't just rely on nostalgia.
Yeah, like that's if you want to say Superman is Christopher Reeves and we can't have any other Superman, then same thing goes with that score, right? That score belongs to Christopher Reeves. When you hear that score, you see Christopher Reeves going around the earth, smiling and waving as he flies off screen. That's what everyone feels when they hear that theme. Mm-hmm. It doesn't work with a different person in the suit. It doesn't work in the 21st century. It just doesn't.
I agree. I agree with some of the points Jules made today. It's all good. Let's see. Kevin, so the audience have showed up, maybe have to show up and support DC films at theaters to make profit. I mean, this is big. Speedy. Like we probably say this every time when we talk about this film. Like, this has to be a success. Like,
it has to be. I mean, I just don't see a way forward if it's just even mid, or even a mid. Even it could be like this recent movie that came out, Furiosa. Great movie, received mid. Not did so-so in the movie theater. If it does so-so in the movie theater, and I don't see a way forward.
No, I agree, man. It's a lot of pressure on the front of.
It could be Oscar winning, but if people ain't going out to buy tickets for it,
I mean, maybe it'd be enough people like me, according to Jules. I just I accept mediocrity, so maybe just enough people, maybe enough will just show up.
I think the Furiosa situation has really gotten people scared. In the business world of movies, all these companies are really scared.
Yeah.
How do we know that that crypto's actually going to talk? Because
no, he's not going to talk.
I was going to say no. He's not going to. From what I've
heard, I know I clicked on that one. No, he's not. Crypto's not talking in the film, yo. He's not going to talk. Crypto doesn't even talk, so I don't know how that rumor got started.
Unless he's voiced by The Rock.
That was just a weird rumor that was out there. But
live action super pets movie,
right. That's straight up super pets, like what people were talking about. That's not what Crypto does. And but I would agree, Marcus. Like, if he ends up talking in this film, then it's going to deserve that cheese award, as you're saying. But I don't think he's doing that. Let's see here.
And by all account, from what I've heard, he takes Superman pretty seriously because of the connection he has with his dad, who passed away. He's making this movie with his father in mind, to honor his father's memory as well. So
it comes out on his dad's birthday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't see him being very laissez-faire with it,
Yeah, and just to comment what Randy was saying here, and that's been the talk too. Like next July is going to be nuts. 4th of July weekend, 2025. You have Jurassic World, the new one with ScarJo and Mahershala Ali. I'm going to see that film as soon as possible. That's going to be a big film. I think that Jurassic franchise, it gets $1 billion every time, like worldwide.
Yeah. And
that's huge.
I had I responded to Randy's comment in the chat. You don't want either of these films to move their dates. You want them right on top of each other because that's going to breed competition. And competition inspires ingenuity and creativity. You want them to bring their A game. You want them to compete for our butts in those seats. So the only way to do that is to have them in theaters at the same time.
Yeah.
They don't come out the same day, though.
No, they come out a couple weeks apart.
Okay, yeah, that is okay that way.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a science or strategy to the way they release the movies,
Well, everyone also too, which I don't know how that will work, but the Barbenheimer thing.
Yeah.
Those are rare situations because that was the same day, same weekend.
Those are two very different audiences too.
That's the point. Yeah. With this here, we got Jurassic World July 4th. A week later, Superman. I mean, will that help each other? I mean, I guess that will help the audience.
I want both studios to be nervous of the other. That needs to happen. Marvel needs competition for one, because they've been able to do whatever the hell they want this entire time. And what that's done is made them lazy and complacent, and it's putting out mediocrity and worse. And DC needs something to inspire it, to give it a little bit of aggression, when it comes to creating these things. They've been lazy because they're like, well, I mean, we're beat dog no matter what we do. What does it matter? And so they need a fire lit under them.
And Sony's in the corner putting crayons in their mouths.
Right. Wow. No, Sony just hired CW's old superhero department and like, Sony come on over here.
Sony just got capped for no reason. For no reason right there. But like I said, I hope the competition, helps all these films. And like I said, I think Fantastic Four is sitting pretty. End of the month, they're gonna just kind of gobble up everything, with that. So coming back to the John Williams thing, again, that whole nostalgia thing that doesn't work. And then that was weird hearing that in Black Adam when you see Cavill. That was weird hearing John Williams because it's like that's not.
Didn't really make
Cavill Superman.
No.
Yeah.
It was forced.
I didn't
like it. Felt forced.
It was a little forced. Sure.
Yeah.
That was The Rock.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, Absolutely. The Rock saying, "No, we're going to do this, and it's going to be great."
Yep.
You're gonna like it. And everyone didn't like that one. And that is what it is.
I think that kind of killed the momentum too. It was like we were all going to watch
you
it.
Think that killed it?
Oh, John Williams team! What the hell?
that all went in your mind like that, like, oh, Cavill, wait, what the hell?
Honestly, it flew under the radar for me. It flew under the radar for me until I was.
It was all over Twitter.
Pointed out. Yeah.
Like immediately.
I don't Twitter, guy. Like I Twittered just to stream, and now they're trying to charge me now to stream now, man.
Oh damn!
Tesla, I guess, needs money. They listen too much money with them cars.
He hopped in the chat of my stream last night. He's like, "No invite." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? I messaged you on Twitter," and he's like, "Oh."
I was like, "Damn, everybody loves
yeah."
X. Sorry,
doesn't talk on
Twitter.
Guys. Or X.
Twix. Sorry, Twix.
Yeah.
The point though. So they was talking about. Randy said it has to make at least $700 million. I mean. Like I said, I put out this report. It's probably a couple months ago, and people thought I was capping when I said this. But reportedly, Warner Brothers, they'll be happy if this film makes at least $500 million.
Yeah, that's the number I'm thinking too.
Yeah,
they would be happy with that. I mean,
they'd be happy with $450 just to say, oh, like we almost got half a billion.
God,
It has to be
remember
more
when
than
that
Black
was?
Adam.
Yeah.
Remember when a $500 million box office drop was like, what? Unheard of. Surely not. Those are made up numbers. Now it's like, look, we got to make $1 billion.
Yeah.
Now the
Insane.
notion that it has to do 700 million, I kind of get that because people are saying Man of Steel, the Cavill film,
Like
they're like
680.
670, right? Yeah.
Well, also our
So
economy
around there.
pretty much sucks. So
Mhm.
our dollar's worthless.
There's also inflation. So
Yeah.
that 500
Mhm.
million was really like maybe 300 when Man of Steel came out, maybe less.
Yeah. So I know it's like it's easy to be like it needs to make as much or more than that, and just reportedly they're not looking at it like that. They're seeing, with their creative accounting that they've used for this film, it's probably going to go down as like a 250 million budget on paper. I'm sure they're going to spend more than that because they're putting a lot more money in this film than I thought. The more I'm hearing about it, but yeah, 500 million. They will throw a parade if they do that. So yeah.
They also have a propaganda machine behind them too. So
Oh yeah, they're gonna market the heck out of this film, and these logos that y'all don't like, this is gonna be everywhere. This shit.
With all the flashes on it and all the lights.
Oh man,
More lens flares.
But
More lens flares.
more. That's wild. Let's see. Let's catch up with the chat here, and just as I expected in the chat.
And
Yeah, let's see.
lasers.
The Inside Out 2, yeah. If y'all on this channel, I got the weekly with retro and the box office talk. Inside Out 2 is like, man, that's about to get probably 2 billion. The way that's going,
it's
and
actually really good. It's a shame that it takes animation so long to actually come up with sequels. So I'm surprised that it hit 1 billion. I didn't think it was gonna do that well, but I get it. Like the first one was fun.
yeah, it was cool. But let's get to our final topic here. That went a little better than I thought. I thought Jules was going to attack me more over that, but I think we're good. So let's go to the final topic
unscathed.
about the,
Why?
what you say?
For Inside Out, you thought I was gonna attack you for that?
No, the Superman topic. I was moving from from the Superman topic because Jules, she knows when I'm being too nice about stuff, so she has no problem telling me.
Supercell is
Oh
very
my
good.
god.
Oh my god. Can we talk about Supercell first before we talk about this? Supercell is great. Real
I
talk,
haven't watched
yeah.
that yet.
Yeah,
Supercell
excellent.
is awesome.
Yeah.
I watched it in one day.
Not
Whole
perfect.
thing.
It's like
not perfect, but
it's
I
like a
enjoyed it. I
UK
enjoyed it.
based.
Yeah, it's a UK based
Yeah.
super
Okay.
thing. Check it out. You'll really enjoy it.
So what did I
Yeah,
tell you, Sil? The Acolyte was an empty dumpster on fire rolling aimlessly through an empty parking lot. That's the Acolyte.
So
she
full
finally
disclosure,
had a red lightsaber. Okay, great.
Dude, she had a kyber crystal bleed, and it's not even her lightsaber.
So full disclosure, before Danny gets started, I haven't seen the last 2 or 3 episodes of this.
Because you're a punk and you dipped out on us.
I'm really not in the know.
I was left alone yesterday. I was totally alone.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it. There's a lot of revealing. It's a lot of real feelings coming out in this episode. but
I couldn't do it. I already had my private ceremony, my private wake for Star Wars.
So I have been busy the last couple of Tuesdays just conveniently around the time this show would come on. But I've really been busy. But I am glad Danny makes time to join.
Yes,
here as
we
well.
appreciate you, Danny, for taking.
Of course, we love Danny.
We're gonna join you more when you're not watching
Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm by yourself.
Well, good news. I'm never watching The Acolyte ever again.
Good news.
It's over.
Thank
God. Did you hear all these rumors about a second season?
Oh no, they're
just
trying to make it happen.
They wanted to do that from the beginning. If I recall,
they're trying to make that happen. I popped on Facebook earlier, and there was an article from Screen Rant that said #renew the Acolyte
about no?
is trending. I'm like, no, it's not.
It's not.
It is
How
not
about
trending.
no?
Quit trying to make that happen. I've seen, I don't like made up words. I don't like made up words. I don't like names to call other people. But seriously, I've seen a lot of shills. Like,
Mm,
I've seen shills, like legit
Man.
ones that are getting paid to
Oh,
to
yeah.
say
man,
that
I
this
love
is
Star Wars so
awesome.
much, and I cannot.
Yeah.
I cannot
I'm like, how can you?
reasonably shill for this at all.
I
In no way,
don't
shape, or
care
form.
how many boxes of ramen noodles and bowls and blankets you send me. I don't care how much money you send me. It's not going to be enough for me to be able to successfully fake my feelings. There's just I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's such a mess. It feels like it was all written by Chat GPT, because Chat
It might have been.
GPT.
And that's
It
like
might
the
have
worst
been.
insult nowadays.
If
Like
you
that's the
tell
worst thing you can say.
if you tell Chat GPT to write you a script, it's going to be very empty. It's going to be very glossed over. There's not going to be many details. It's going to be confusing. And that's what this show was. It was the laziest writing I've ever seen in my life. And I feel no shame saying that because I am a writer. So I get to say that. But it's the laziest writing I have ever seen. They threw things in there for like half a frame. Like they had Darth Plagueis creepily sliding through the entrance of a cave for like
Oh,
2
Darth Plagueis
frames.
is in the show?
Barely 2 frames.
Uh,
He's never mentioned. They never mention anyone else. And what was he doing? He was there the whole time. What was he doing? Like,
that
it's
should have been
so-
about him. The show should have been about him then.
Exactly. And then you get like a frame of the back of Yoda's head. Like, shut up.
Oh Lord.
Shut
Yeah.
up. What is
Oh,
wrong with you?
yeah.
But the entire plot of the film or the show or whatever pretty much gets thrown out around episode 5. Yeah, there's the whole cameo we were supposed to be
That's
excited
conveniently when
about.
And
that's
the
conveniently when
gray
I
hair
stopped
too. Like, yo,
watching
he's supposed to be
episode
young.
Yeah, this is just it was an
Wow.
absolute disaster from top to bottom.
This is
There's
High
zero-
Republic. He's supposed to be young. Why the hair?
At least middle aged.
Yeah, he's supposed to be
Unacceptable.
like he
Unfreaking
dies at
acceptable.
900 years old. This is 150 years earlier.
Oh. So it's
But-
definitely not a wig. I'll say
No,
that.
he's like a
then.
30-year-old.
on
At this
top
point.
of the empty writing, the lazy writing, the lack of details, the flip-flopping, like they had no idea what they wanted to do with May. They kept changing her every 5 seconds and nobody could keep up. Despite all of that, they had no continuity. They couldn't even decide what was actually canon. I had people yelling at me, telling me that certain parts of the Phantom Menace are no longer canon.
That's
Like,
bullcrap.
are you
What in the
high on
world?
crack cocaine right now? What is wrong with you? Are
What
you
in the world?
That's
are you
bull
on a
malarkey.
ketamine treatment? What are you serious right now? You don't get to
Yeah.
cherry pick that. You do not
my-
get to cherry pick that.
My
Nope.
thoughts kind of lines up with what Neil, and we're gonna get more from Danny because she's the acolyte specialist for
Yeah.
us. We appreciate her efforts.
Yes, we
Neil
do.
7
'Cause I
said
couldn't do
the
it.
acolyte is terrible, and I'm not a Star Wars fan like that. That's exactly how I feel, Marcus. I'm not even in on all this, and I'm pissed.
It's probably one of the worst TV shows of all time.
That's exactly what I said last night. It is one of the worst
get worse.
TV shows.
I cannot think of
I've
anything
ever
worse
seen.
that I've ever seen in my life.
It is
It's
objectively
better.
bad.
It's better than some of the cartoon shows that I put on for my 3-year-old grandson.
It's better.
I mean, it's not better than. Sorry,
right.
that's what I
The
meant.
CW was better than this
Yeah,
nonsense.
absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
The
Or I would
worst
watch
season
The Flash.
of Arrow, the worst season of Arrow
Yeah.
ever, is still way better than.
I would
Acolyte.
rather watch The Flash.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Then-
I'd rather watch The Flash.
I'd
even
rather
though-
watch
The Flash has a
Batwoman.
couple.
I
has-
would
has
rather
a
watch
handful-
Batwoman.
The Flash has
That's a lot of
has a
Captain.
handful of pretty cool seasons,
Don't talk to me.
and
anymore.
even the bad
Don't talk to
seasons,
me anymore,
the bad
sweetie.
seasons that th're like, okay,
that
what are we
wacky
watching?
ass suit, I can't
Are
take it.
10 times better than Acolyte.
Yeah, I'd rather watch Batwoman. It was so bad.
Yeah, Batman was pretty
Oh
bad.
yeah, that's bad.
But
Yeah,
definitely
Batwoman.
better than Acolyte.
I think I watched Acolyte instead of Batwoman. I will say I'm not gonna give it that.
I don't know,
What?
man.
There you go, chat. There you go, chat. We challenge you.
One
What
of-
is
He
worse?
literally says at
What's
one
What
point.
is worse than the Acolyte? Go, chat. Let's
Dude,
go.
Right.
She literally
Let's go.
says at one point that she's going to reset a droid to factory settings.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
so-
saw that.
And then puts him on a charger port. I was talking to Star Wars
Bro.
Meg, and she's like, "What's next? The Apple Genius store? Like, just take him to the Apple Genius store."
Oh,
And did we make the Apple store canon?
Baywatch.
Oh.
Baywatch is way better. Yeah.
You brought up a good point earlier. About did they use Chat GPT
I
for
did.
this? It feels like it. How do we not know that they did exactly that to help them write this? Like
I'm
Leslie
telling you, they did.
Probably.
never
They're probably
written.
like, yo, we need to finish
life.
this.
Yeah, she never wrote anything in her life. How do we not? She does. I'm sure she doesn't know anything about Star Wars. She clearly didn't do her research. So like, and this is the same company that was starting to use AI for like the intro of that
Secret Invasion.
show, Secret Invasion. Yeah, they were.
Yes,
starting to
Secret
use
Invasion. They got busted.
Yeah. So how do we know that they didn't use AI to help write this as well?
Oh,
Well,
I'm telling you, they did.
let me clarify real quick. When I say Batwoman, season 1 is dumpster diving. Season 2 is better with the other with Ryan Batwoman.
Right.
Just want to make that clear with Batwoman. But as far as the CW slander, Danny, I did that really rubbed me the wrong way.
Nobody forced y'all to watch this.
I
you
think
said you
CW
rather
Nobody
watch-
forced y'all
CW
to
's
watch
the
this
worst.
show.
W
Kevin
trash.
Davis.
It is.
Says-
It's
Trash, basura,
just the worst.
garbage.
Cheesy,
We tried to
corny,
give it a shot, Kevin. You know?
He said
low
no,
production.
nobody forced y'all to watch. I didn't watch the last couple of weeks, Kevin. So no one
Yeah, me
forced
neither.
it. No.
Me neither.
I
let
had
it go.
to probably force myself
I
to
left
watch
it.
it.
I let it go. It belongs to the streets now.
Yeah. Belongs
it's
to the
out there.
streets.
So just Danny, just if you could finish spoiling this all, no one cares about spoilers.
Yeah.
Jazz,
Have at it.
how does it end?
It was
man?
just objectively it's just objectively a poorly put together show. Poor execution. Great concept. It was an excellent concept. The very basic story, good, but the execution is terrible. Pardon me.
Leslie should have watched The Craft for some witchy inspiration.
She should have watched something, like anything, literally anything. Gremlins, something. Just my opinion is that they shouldn't have named it The Acolyte. They should have just named it The High Republic
Need
and
trash.
opened it up and made a show about the High Republic.
Which
Because-
probably would have been trash too, but anyway.
But they had this wonderful opportunity to do a dark
They did.
Sith lore
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
And it's this back and forth, wishy-washy. Every episode just feels like an outline.
It's honestly it's an abomination. It literally is. Of just storytelling in general.
Yeah,
It's an
it's just
abomination.
really,
Some-
really, really bad writing. The production quality is wonderful. The set design,
It
is
is very nice.
All of
The
that's
choreography
really
is
good.
good too.
The
Yes.
fight
Yeah.
choreography,
Fighting.
Yeah.
wonderful.
If you just
the
watch it for some
editing.
Jedi fighting and people getting killed, sure. Great.
Probably
The
watch
editing
it with the
is great.
sound off. that's-
Right. The editing is
Maybe.
great. All of that feels like Star Wars, but the writing is so bad. It's so
Mhm.
bad. It's so empty. It's so lazy. They had the very first live action Wookiee in the history of Star Wars, and they marketed the hell out of him. They took him
The
to
Wookiee
every
Jedi.
press event. They put him on every single magazine cover.
Mhm.
They even created press events for this Wookiee Jedi. He had a minute 45 seconds of screen time, and they killed him off screen.
Off
That was-
screen.
Bait and
It's-
switch on that one.
The
The Korean
Overall
season of
execution.
Legend of Tomorrow is better than the Acolyte.
Yeah,
I would, and I do
right
not like
there with
Legend of
you.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, Legend
I
of Tomorrow we got
would
some
rather
corny
watch
seasons, boy.
Legend of
Oof.
Somehow,
It was
Speedy,
just-
like every
just a mess.
critique Speedy made, like somehow he makes the show sound even worse than it, like it's already bad, and then Speedy like even though it's really even worse.
Don't watch it, guys.
So horrible.
Skip
It,
it.
it
The worst
just
season of Gotham.
every single
Gotham?
Star
Oh,
Wars
yeah.
fan every single Star Wars fan should feel insulted by
There you
this
go.
show.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's
I really wonder in 10 years how much they're going to end up retconning from this entire generation.
all of it,
Bad Star Wars
like
TV shows.
all of it, absolutely all of it, because
it's a lot of cap. I know. Jules, you said even Gotham's better. Gotham's not a bad show.
Gotham's not bad. Gotham got some.
Season one, but the word
Gotham got some good,
when I got
some ups and down seasons.
yeah. Yes.
Oh, you mean the first 5 seconds when they killed Batman?
Yeah.
That I was out. Nope. No. Batman has an adopted son that doesn't know he's Batman, and Batman's dead. That's how
we're talking about Gotham, the older Gotham.
No,
Gotham. Oh yeah, I love Gotham. Shut up.
You're talking about what was you talking about?
Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights.
Not Gotham Knights, but Gotham Knights is still better than the Acolyte.
No, I don't know. Gotham Knights is pretty bad.
Gotham Knights is pretty bad. But I still say it's still better than Acolyte.
And I haven't watched the last
Kevin know. TV off.
Just to let Kevin know. My job is to review film and TV. I am a critic. I'm a writer. I'm a critic. My job is to review things. So that means I have to watch them in order to give an informed opinion and give my review of that.
There's somebody from Wikipedia. Is that the person?
I don't know. But
Wikipedia.
I don't know. I didn't know we had a Star Wars show in the chat.
There's a lot of things I like. There's a lot of things I like that other people don't like. I wanted to like The Acolyte. I really, really wanted to like The Acolyte, and they let me down. It's an objectively bad show. I have no personal vendetta or beef against anybody except for Rebecca Henderson. She's a bad. But I have no personal reason to dislike it for, again, personal reasons. It was objectively terrible. It was just
and hey, just quite honestly,
poorly executed.
There's probably some channels that's glazing over this, Kevin. You know, having a glaze off on the Acolyte. You may want to just watch those.
Kevin, if you enjoyed
watch those channels.
More power to you.
More power to you, brother.
Absolutely.
Hard to
I'm not here to tell anyone what to do.
I'm not eyes water for you, brother. If you enjoyed that so much, my eyes water for you.
I'm not here to tell anyone not to like
I have hope
something.
for Star Wars yet. If you enjoyed that,
yeah. I'm not here to tell anyone what they should or should not like, or that their opinion is incorrect. Opinions are booty holes. Everybody got them.
That's right.
I'm sure there's some in the chat like y'all probably do like the show, and it's okay. You know, maybe y'all new to my channel. Some that are new, like. If I really don't like something, I know Jules threw you off because she told y'all I would give everything a chance. But if I really don't like it, like I will say,
yeah, I turned Gotham Knights off after the first 5 minutes. Like,
this panel is not an echo chamber. We all have our own thoughts, and if one of us would have liked it, they probably wouldn't be on the show. No, they'll be able to tell their opinion. Like it's okay. But Kevin, don't take it personal. That we're not a Acolyte glazing channel. I'm sorry.
What was the fight episode? Episode 4?
We're not chills.
Right, Danny? The fight episode was episode 4?
What episode?
Was it 4? Number 4 when he started killing all the Jedi?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Episode 5. That was
5 or 5.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so episode 5.
I don't know. They all
Skip
blend
to
together.
That episode. Watch that one.
You guys
that was the last one I watched.
Okay?
That's the last one. That's the last one I watched. I remember. But okay. So Danny, how does this end though? Does the OSHA, the good twin, or
explain
what
it to us, please?
Yeah, they mind wipe May.
Let Kevin know.
They mind wipe May.
I wish they mind wipe me that I watched this.
Oh, and the whole you've got to be able to kill a Jedi without a weapon. Remember that?
Yeah. The
you said
the challenge, the Sith challenge.
Right, you've got to be able to kill without a weapon. You know what it is? It's a friggin' force choke.
Yeah, like
so they act like she invented the force choke.
Ridiculous.
And kills Saul with it.
They want to take everything from Anakin and Darth Vader. Like
and it was so anticlimactic. Poor Saul. I'm like, God, I feel bad for Lee Jung Jae. Like he learned English for this.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
The worst Star Wars show of all time.
But they end up mind wiping May. And she gets arrested anyway. Like she gets mind wiped and arrested.
Why?
And it literally ends with OSHA and Keimer standing on a shore holding hands.
Who's Keimer? Ezra
That's,
Miller.
Danny Jacinto.
yeah, that's
As her boo?
Dark
like
Arms.
like her boo thing?
Yeah.
hold on.
Wait, he turned
Wow.
good? Like, why is she
Yeah,
with
he's
him?
No.
OSHA just went with him.
Nobody knows.
Just so I'm clear, just
Your
so I'm clear, 'cause
explanation
this
though was
sounds
more
worse.
entertaining than the whole Acolyte.
Wait, is the
season,
green
okay?
meanie, was she actually the one behind all this?
Okay, so the green. This is another thing that ticked me off about it. So she gets on the planet, and Keimer has his magic Magneto helmet off.
Yeah.
So she senses him, and she's like, "You're still alive." And he's like, "Oh shit!" Puts his helmet back on. But then she never pursues it. Like, he was her Padawan, and she whipped him with her lightsaber whip. Apparently, at some point,
and they had no SmackDown.
no SmackDown. She didn't even bother to go looking for him. Like,
Hold
what was even the
Gosh,
point?
darn it!
What was
Hold
even the
on.
point of any of that? That was completely pointless.
Hold on,
She goes
Danny.
back to Coruscant.
Hold on.
And-
I'm sorry. Hold on. I just want to make sure because it's a lot. Everything that you're saying, nothing's making sense. I'm sorry. Like, I need to so that. But first, I want to go back. I want to go back.
Imagine trying to watch it.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
You're
It's
saying May
so
choked
bad.
out Soul, right?
No, OSHA.
OSHA choked out Soul?
She killed
What in
Soul.
the-
Why?
Wait for it. Wait, because he killed her mother.
How did
So
he
she finds out about it, and she force chokes him to death. And then Green Meanie goes back to Coruscant, pins it all on Soul, calls him a rogue Jedi and that he killed everybody, and puts it all off on poor dead Soul. And then it ends with OSHA and Keimer holding hands.
Okay.
Wait, is it really
So-
OSHA, or we're still like
It's
there's
OSHA. No, it is OSHA. May is mind wiped.
so now OSHA's evil? Well, she was supposed to be the good Yang, and
We have
May-
no. I don't know.
It's good yang.
I don't know.
Wait a
No,
minute.
It's
How-
all a yang. It's all a yin and a yang.
Nobody knows. And they're not even twins. They're not twins. They're not sisters. They are the same person cut into.
You stop this. So now,
What?
like
Eh?
wait a minute.
And
What?
they even
What
and they're
is
even like, listen,
This what
they're
Kevin's
even like,
caping for? This
listen,
is what you came for?
they're even like, your mother created life on this planet with her virgins and split one consciousness into two. Like, that was
That's
super
twins.
powerful. How'd she do that? And we still don't know. Like, they never explained it ever. It was lazy. It was like a 12-year-old wrote it. 12-year-old's fan fiction is what it
okay,
was.
back
you're
back to
right.
the green baddie. Back to the green lady. What was the purpose of pinning this on Soul though? That's what I'm trying
No idea.
None.
She just wanted a scapegoat, really. She wanted a scapegoat because they're like, we're gonna
to put it off.
do an external investigation on the Jedi. And they basically talk to
Sounds
the
like
Jedi
Secret
like
Service.
they're the Catholic Church. They're like, you're some tyrannical religion facade as a military force, and you've got unchecked power, and it's not okay. So we're gonna do this external investigation. She's like, wait, Soul did it. It was all
head
Soul.
hurts. My head, like, I'm glad I missed out in the last couple of weeks. Not glad that I missed out hanging with Danny, but just I'm glad I didn't see the
Liar.
That would have been
show.
torture.
I'm glad I didn't see
I'm
the show.
glad
man.
we didn't give extra ratings by hate watching. That's like my whole thing.
Yeah.
Because then, enough people watch this to shit on it, and then they got enough ratings to justify that it was successful, and then we get more bad seasons. And it's just a
It's
never-ending cycle.
man to go through was like 7, 8 episodes. And
8
this is the
episodes
ending
of
Oh my
of
goodness.
nothing. That's why I called it an empty dumpster
Just-
on fire, rolling aimlessly through an empty parking lot. There's nothing. It's just
There's nothing burning. You didn't miss anything, so.
Oh my
It's just-
goodness, man! I really got a headache. Like, so in the comments, in the chat, last minute comments or questions. We after hearing this acolyte stuff, we got to end the show.
Yeah,
but
not gonna.
any comments, throw it in the chat. If you like acolyte, it's okay. We're not going to attack you. You can tell
It's
us
fine.
you like it.
It's fine. I'm
I'll
very
probably
happy
make
for
fun
you
of.
if you
Actually,
did.
I will make fun of you. I will make fun of you. But
Maybe
coming
mildly
forward.
concerned about your well-being, but it's fine.
I'm just a little worried.
I did like
the choices in
Omari
life.
Daniels comment. He said, or she, I haven't seen any of these Star Wars shows, but with how mixed the reception has been, what makes shows like The Mandalorian and Andor good?
Writing.
Well,
They have
yeah.
great writing.
Yeah, season 1 and 2 are just
Oh.
spectacular for The
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
This is night and
You're
day. We're
doing
talking
yourself
about
a
here.
disservice to not check it out, especially if you're a Star Wars fan.
At this point,
Three,
if Jon Favreau is not
you know,
a part
your
of it,
mileage may vary. Yeah.
yeah. If it's not Jon
it's
Favreau,
like-
then it's just hit or
Yeah.
miss.
It's like
John
night and day.
Favreau
You're
and
talking
Dave
about Andor.
Filoni are
Yeah.
where it's at.
Yeah.
And Andor just shows
Tony
a
Gilroy.
different side of the universe that's not Jedi or Force involved.
And Tony Gilroy did
very
Andor,
well.
and he's done
Yeah,
season 2 as well, and
The
he's
creative people behind those shows are miles and miles better.
The
than what
human
the
drama in the Star Wars show, it's just really good.
yes. Oh, and the
Especially in Andor.
speeches.
Yeah.
The
First 2
speeches
seasons
from
of Mandalorian.
Andy
I'm not talking about season
Serkis's speech when they're escaping the prison,
mhm.
and Stellan Skarsgård's speech in those they're just so powerful and emotional. They're so good. Just no notes.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, the stuff that you like, the stuff that we like, we can tell you why we like it, and that's
I will show
why
my
I have
work.
this panel. That's why I have this panel together. It's not just hey, this show sucks. Let's make fun of it for an hour. It's like no, like act like it's really
No.
bad. Like,
Yeah,
it's really
trust
Yeah.
and believe. Trust and believe. I will show my work. I will give reasons, receipts, whatever. I'll give examples why I feel the way I do.
Going to, as far as going forward with the platform here, as we wind down, because like I said, that took something out of me talking about I could like that long. But we had the recent videos with Retro. That's on the channel. We talk the latest in film, entertainment news, box office. We got business with Keith on the channel as well. Members content's been updated. I think I hit all those parameters. Separately, the Patreon, there's been updates over there as well. Links in the description. Definitely appreciate the support across the board. Danny, first, happy to have you back, first off. And I'll start visiting you again. Not acting like
Well, it's over, so
no, that's not really why I didn't stop because of that. I really was busy, but but I didn't watch it on my own either. What's coming up for you?
This last week I dropped a video, 5 of the most underrated Marvel Comics characters, and this upcoming week, or within a week, it depends on how long it's taken me to edit it, I'm doing 5 of the most underrated DC comic book characters. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you subscribe to @Comics and Everything for those.
Gonna have to whip out my encyclopedia.
What?
Gonna have to whip out my DC encyclopedia.
Yeah, I'm telling you, or Wikipedia. I don't know if it's too soon.
Oh, I don't even get me started.
Her link is in the description. Danny's links. Speedy, what's going on with you?
I'm going to start a new hashtag. So Basil should have been the Sith Lord.
Agreed.
Just talking about all this nerd stuff on my channel, Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel, and then of course the Geek Culture Congress podcast. We do a live there on the channel, and if you just want to consume the audio version of that, you can just find it wherever you listen to your podcast. And so real quick search Geek Culture Congress podcast. There you go.
Good stuff. And of course, Speedy's links are in the description as well. And I meant to mention earlier, we're broadcasting obviously on my YouTube channel and Twitter, and we on Danny's platforms as well. So hello to y'all, and appreciate y'all comments on the other platforms, and check out Speedy on Facebook as well. He is broadcasting on Facebook, reaching all parameters there. And then Jules here, we see her Twitter handle there. She's just here just to keep it real. Jules, I don't know, like you really weren't into the Star Wars stuff, I think, even before this, so that's probably why you kind of was mostly quiet.
No, I mean, I grew up watching the prequels. I like Star Wars. I mean, I'm not like a crazy diehard that read all the books and all that stuff, but I know enough, like, probably more of like the general audience type of you know,
she got her Star Wars nerd stripes. There you go.
Yeah, I watched
For sure.
episode 2. I don't know how many times. So I love me some Hayden Christensen. I appreciate him.
She knows
I'm
the
so
basics.
glad
There you
that
go.
he's getting his love.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, Acolyte, not so much, right? That's the consensus. But overall, appreciate again everyone in the chat. This definitely was a fun stream. That's why we do these. And like I said, we try to be informative and objective. But feelings will be hurt. Much love to Seal Nation. and definitely Geekosity 2.0. More on that to come this summer. We out here, y'all.
To Seal Nation.
Stay tuned.
Still Abdul ink through speak true as he bring the news. Coffee talk, stay brew, kick back, get real comfortable. Here to stay, no on delay, make sure I be's informed. On the road, on the go, playing ball on that pavement floor. It's the lifestyle right now, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Guaranteed all week's going to always be on time. That's my word, y'all heard from Il Divino Vega's mouth. What's the words? Much more than what these networks talk about.